Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I promise you, I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag @StarCityGames so he can see them and send his favorites over to us.
That haircut does look good, buddy.
Thank you.
You needed it. You needed it.
Did.
I was starting to think you were starting to look like that character. Oh, nice.
Mike is on.
Oh, mic problems.
Somebody's mic's on.
It's definitely his, yeah.
It's in the on position. It's not my fault.
Try turning it on and off and blow on it like an N64. That's the only solution I ever know. And it worked?
Okay, turning it off and on again works.
Duh, it's the N64 way. That's how you fix every single problem. Yeah. But what I was saying is you were starting to look like the character from The Ring that comes out of the well, you know, with that hair covering her face.
Sense.
Yeah.
Cousin It is a good comparison.
Yes, yeah, that's a good one too.
The caddy from Happy Gilmore.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I've gotten that one before. It's a lot of good comparisons.
A lot of good ones, but
now
that's a better look.
We're nice and clean. Ready to play some Magic.
Yes.
And we're going to be playing some Historic today. That's what the Rivals League and MPL played last weekend.
Yep.
And the big story coming out of it is the dominance of Tainted Pact.
Yeah. It was just absurd to watch, you know? I mean, with all things set aside, with just Arena having to make the combo a lot harder, just added for some I would say close to cringe moments where it's just like, that's rough. We don't have to deal with the rope here.
Oh, I will be simulating the rope.
Will you?
Yeah,
Will you?
and if you rope, I get to punch you in the face.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Did
you not get that email?
I didn't get that email, no.
Weird.
I wasn't CC'd in that one. I was thinking about bringing an hourglass and like simulating however many ropes, just so that when it stops, you're like, all right, I guess it's your turn.
Rough.
Yeah, but instead I just get to combo you the old-fashioned way here.
Yeah, so in order to put the Tainted Pact deck to the test here, Corey's going to be playing a list. This was from Gregor Kowalski over the weekend, and I've got a gauntlet of decks from the Historic metagame going to see what can stand up to this menace. It is a really powerful deck, reminiscent of sort of Inverter and Twin, kind of.
Yeah, but they're both cheaper, you know, which makes it better, but the detriment of them still being one-ofs is still a problem, you know? So I don't know if I can compare it to either one of them because of that, but, you know, we're playing some practice games and stuff before. This deck does seem quite good.
Yeah, it seems it's more explosive than those two archetypes, but a little bit less consistent.
Yeah.
And the question is where exactly the trade-off lies, but I've already heard multiple calls for bans.
Oh, yeah. Even from pros that are playing the deck, you know? Yeah.
We've got Michael Majors. I'm not sure if the article is up right now. I think it is. Actually making the argument for Thassa's Oracle. I haven't read that yet. I'll be interested to do that. You can read that right now or, you know, after the show.
Yeah.
On StarCityGames.com.
Yeah. Or on our breaks. Get, 3 minutes at a time worth of reading.
Or if you have 2 monitors, you know.
Yeah. No, we want all the attention here.
Exactly.
We crave the attention, Rob. Sorry.
It's very important that they follow along very closely because we're very precise in everything that we do. As you know,
never made a mistake.
For our flawlessness. I've never made a mistake.
Yeah.
That's the tagline of the show. Versus
Seems
Live,
like
we've never made a mistake.
You made a mistake on the last show because the marbles.
No, I just got very unlucky.
Well, what was it last time? It was Versus Live, the peak of competitive Magic. Is that the subtitle?
That's true. The pinnacle, the highest level of competitive play. That's still true to this day.
Yeah, it doesn't get better than right here.
Exactly. That was true before the announcement, though. Yeah.
So we're going to put the Tainted Pact deck to the test against a gauntlet of decks from Historic. We're going to be starting with
a gauntlet of decks that are set to beat them. So I'm terrified. This feels like you're coming at me this show.
That's the idea. That's how the gauntlet shows work. You know, if you're on the one deck side of the gauntlet, you got to be prepared for the gauntlet to bring its A game.
Yeah.
We're going to be starting with some aggression here. This is Gruul aggro, which is one of the staples of the Historic metagame. I think this is probably the easiest matchup of the 3. So
it is. They get progressively harder, I think. Yeah, can we one time just have a gauntlet show where it's just 3 of my best matchups and I just get to steamroll you?
No.
Come on, that's what the people want.
So we're going to be playing against Vintage Storm.
Yeah, we're going to be playing Sultai Ultimatum. We're going to be playing Vintage Storm against Sultai Ultimatum, Mono White from Standard.
1998 Tolarian Academy.
Yes.
And Affinity.
That seems fair to me.
Yeah.
That seems fair to me. All right, let's do this. Okay. All right.
And that means I get to be on the play. And
yeah,
this hand looks great.
Yeah, I think this hand is definitely fine. Okay.
I will lead on a Forest Pelt Collector.
The Pelt Collector. How many Burning Tree emissaries you got over there?
I've got 1 land and 3 of them, and a Voltaic Brawler.
Oh, great. Okay, pass to you. I honestly just wouldn't be
now
shot.
I have 4.
Oh, of course. Of course.
I'll play a Forest and a Burning Tree Emissary.
Yeah.
Counter on Pelt Collector.
Sure.
Green, red. Okay, just 1 Emissary, but I do have the Brawler.
Okay. I do have the push, at least. And when I say I don't have a push, I have the push.
Let me get my energy here for this Brawler.
I have the one.
What's worse, Ross? Just losing the game to perfect top decks, or Corey just like having the literal one of every time?
I hope this is going to be a tilting show for Ross. I really do.
This is not the first time that Corey's had the fatal push against me playing this deck.
I'll pass to you.
We haven't played many matches with it.
So to be fair, he's normally got more than 1 though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Attack and pay an energy.
All right, I'll eliminate that problem. I'll take 2.
You're at 18.
Yep.
Okay, I've got let's play a Pelt Collector.
Pelt Collector, okay.
You're up.
No land. Retro. Now let's go with a Triumph. I'm just going to play a Fae. Pass to you. Defense.
Okay, I'll play a Scoos, get a counter on the Pelt Collector, and attack for 4.
I will block and take 2.
You're at 16.
Yep.
You're up. I haven't drawn another land.
I can tell.
Corey's draw was perfect.
I can tell that you have not drawn a land, and I like it.
Doesn't seem like he has the combo, so that's good, I guess.
Oh, it's not good for you. I'm just debating what I would actually want to do. I'll start by attacking for 1.
That's not good. I'm getting swept.
All right, now I have a Yahenni's Expertise. And I'm debating if I actually want to cast a spell here. I probably do, but it feels slightly awkward.
Ross, I will give you an update on what Chad is saying about your hair, and they're somewhat split. Some really like it, and some kind of wish you still had the long hair.
You did make it look good. It's just when it went past here, it was like, okay, that's too much. Yeah. So here's my question. I have Tainted Pact, so it's like I can just essentially tutor for something. But if I were to top deck Oracle now, it feels kind of bad. And if I were to ever hit Oracle, I have to take Oracle, basically. Otherwise, I just do not get another card, and then I'm risking it constantly.
No pain, no gain, Corey.
All right, I'm in. Start your face punching clock. All right. Tainted Pact. That's an interesting one.
That's a hard one to...
Yeah, I might just want to stop there. Yeah, let's go like that. And these go away, and I'll pass to you. This lives, just in case you were wondering.
You can go.
This is going to be a great day. Actually, I need to completely withhold my joy because those next 2 matches are not good. Okay. Let's go with... I'm just going to buy Luris and pass to you.
You're up. This is my opening hand, by the way.
Wow, and you've drawn
5 uncastables.
Yes, I like that. Okay, so now it's tempting if I just want to discard some cards to be able to search. I don't have anything that gets Oracle. You know, I can get a Jace or something like that. Get a good spell.
Unfortunately, the Jace is not a guaranteed win because there are still 2 Oracles in the deck, so Corey can't Tainted Pact his library away.
That's true. That's true.
Unless the Oracle was... second Oracle is very close to the bottom.
Yeah, I will discard 2. Luris is pretty useless anyways. We'll bring this back. All right, I will cast Granted. Thinking just the Jace, just for card advantage. I guess... No, that's probably still better. I'll just get Tainted Pact. What am I thinking? Of course, get Tainted Pact. Pass to you.
You're up.
Ross and 2-color aggro mana bases not working out. Name a better combo.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'll go like this. I'll cast Tainted Pact. It's a blue-green land, so it's an island. All right, I'm going to be stopping at Oracle, and then I'm going to play Oracle and cast the other Tainted Pact and kill you. You can't cast any of those. That seems like a problem.
There are mountains in the deck somewhere, right?
I really hope you didn't give him mountains. I mean, I need the help with the first match because this is going to be rough. But yeah,
my opening hand was good.
What do you think? You want to do one pre or you want to continue with the two pre?
These are established decks. Let's just do one pre.
They really are, yeah. Okay, everyone, that does it for the first game of Magic the Gathering. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with sideboarding here between Tainted Pact and Gruul Aggro. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Gruul Aggro and Dimir Pact. On my side, not a whole lot of changes. Just
some big stuff.
A Scavenging Ooze that I think is the weakest creature in the deck. Just don't have time to be putzing around with creatures like this.
Yep.
Shifting Ceratops is a nice follow-up to all of the sweepers that I will expect after sideboarding from Corey's deck.
Okay, from my end, first of all, I looked at Gregor Kowalski's sideboard guide that he put on Twitter, so check that out if you want a nice in-depth look at the decks. He does this a lot with his decks, throws up free sideboard guides, so really appreciate him and check that out. But makes a lot of sense. Bring in the things that kill creatures, take out the things that counter spells, as well as Grim Tutor. This one's maybe not super intuitive because it is one of your
combo enablers.
Yeah, exactly. One of your search effects, but losing the 3 life, especially on the draw, is a liability against aggressive decks. So makes sense to me.
You just become more of a control deck, a little bit less of a combo deck.
Exactly. And honestly, that's like what Dimir Inverter did against a lot of decks in Pioneer. God, it was Pioneer, right? It's so long since that format was actually like, I don't know, played. But
relevant.
Yeah. I did have fun with it though.
Yeah, it's still good. It just doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter. That's fair. You heard it first from Ross. All right, Rob, you got a question for us?
Not so much a question, but I did have some advice. SBS wants to tell Ross that if you're playing mono green, you should play more elves.
Hey, smart man. We know you and SBS are elf connoisseurs.
Isn't Pel Collector an elf?
It is.
I played multiple elves that game.
Yeah, is it
right,
Burning Tree as well?
But more elves.
Burning Tree's a human.
Or only elves.
More.
Okay,
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're happy. I'll keep.
You got a lot of elves? Okay. Oh, this is looking like a keeper for me, too. Yeah, I'll keep.
Yeah, this is the first 2 cards I looked at. Forest Llanowar.
Not bad.
Europe.
Okay. Well, I suppose I should use this 1-mana removal spell on that elf, then. It's a Blood Chief Source this time. It's not a bush. Pass to you.
I'll go to 18, play a Brawler. Get 2 energy. You're up.
All right. I will play an island, and I'll pass to you.
Declare tax.
Yep.
Pay an energy.
I'll kill it. Clothis.
Pass the turn.
Okay. It's pretty good. I just have a boring spellbomb turn. I suppose this doesn't even work until it's a creature, huh?
Correct.
Okay. Still my only play, so like that. Put this to the bottom, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, I'll exile your push.
Okay. I don't have one.
Or Blood Chief Source.
Okay, you got
Same thing. You go to 18, I go to 20.
Okay.
Play a Bone Crusher Giant.
The Bone Crusher, huh? Okay.
You're up.
I think I just want to draw a card here. I don't think this is going to be super valuable as a bounce. And I want to have some action. So yeah, I'm just going to draw. Untap, draw. I am just going to play a land and pass to you.
I'll exile the Tyrant Scorn.
Okay.
You go to 16, I go to 22.
Yep.
Attack with Bone Crusher.
Take it.
12.
Yep.
Scavenging Ooze.
Scoos. Okay.
Pass.
All right. End step. I will cycle a Triumph.
Yep.
Untap. A draw. I will Ritual Set.
No point in me gaining life there if I draw another Scavenging Ooze. I'd rather leave the creatures.
Yep. All right. Agadeem's tapped, and I'll pass to you.
I'll exile your Zagoth Triumph.
Okay. Get some mana.
Make a red.
Okay.
Play Burning Tree Emissary. Play Embercleave. Equip the Emissary. Just want to get the Embercleave onto the battlefield.
Oh, okay. Yep, I gotcha.
Pass the turn.
Okay. So you believe in the cleave, huh? 4, 5, 6. So close for Klothys there. Rob, do I have a basic mountain in this deck?
No.
I probably don't.
No, it's just snow-covered islands.
Okay.
Regular islands, snow-covered swamp, regular swamp.
You got it. All right. Well, that emissary has to be dealt with. That's for sure. And my only answer for it is pretty sad right now, but I do have a Languish. Then I will play this like this, and I'll pass to you.
I'll exile the Languish.
Okay.
10 to 24.
Yep.
Drew Stomping Ground. You're up.
All right. Pretty hyped you didn't see the line of playing Laris, returning Spellbomb. Pass to you. Oops.
Well, I will exile the Ritual Set.
Okay.
8 to 26.
Yep.
I drew a pretty good one.
Uh-oh.
Girl Spellbreaker. Give it haste. Equip the Cleave and force the Chump Block.
Oh, no.
Hope you don't combo me next turn.
Yeah. All right.
So Chump Block means you soak up 2 of the 8, so you can take 6, go to 2.
Yep. Done.
And the Klothys is lethal next turn. Yeah, should have exiled the Spellbomb, obviously.
Yeah.
I had Modern on my brain. I was exiling spells.
Yeah. All right, I think I need Tainted Pact. I got you with a Tainted Pact because I have this, but otherwise my hand is quite bad. Draw. That's not a Tainted Pact. All right, I got nothing. Nice. I got nothing. All right, Klothys. One heck of a Magic card.
Klothys and Embercleave.
God, Klothys is so good. Honestly, that's probably one of the cards that surprised me the most that's not played more often. You know, like it has a sideboard against Sultai Standard. It sees some playing Gruul as like a 2-of or something. But it's also a card you don't want to overboard on, being legendary, not actually attacking right away. It's like, every time I see a Klothys, it's just like, oh yeah, that shouldn't be a big problem. And then just 5 turns later, we're like, okay, got 3 turns. Like
it just keeps coming.
It just keeps coming, yep. All right, Rob, you got a question at all?
Well, some more comments about people liking your haircut, Ross. Also,
what about mine? I've gotten one in the last 4 months or so. I mean, come on.
we did have a question about whether we're playing any of the like packed killer decks like Rogues or Jeskai, and we will be playing those later. But I did kind of want to turn that into a which one do you feel is probably the better like packed killer at the moment? Is it the Jeskai deck from last weekend?
You know, I think it's Rogues. I think it seems like Rogues. I mean, just aggressive threats on your opponent's turn, or just one counter spell for Pact or Thassa's Oracle. Plus, they play a lot of disputes. Like, I think Jeskai, who knows, maybe has a better matchup against the other non-pack decks. Like I think Phoenix was pretty popular. I bet the Rogues Phoenix matchup isn't the easiest, to be honest.
Yeah.
It seems like they gain that value where Rogues really succeeds when they can 1-for-1 people and then gain card advantage through Into the Story. So I would believe that Jeskai beats Phoenix and Pact, and that was a big reason to play it. But I also think Rogues beats Jeskai and Pact. So I think that's the triangle of it is what I'm thinking, but that's just my guess. I haven't played a ton of any of them. But that would be my assumption.
That would be my inclination as well.
Yeah.
But the results from Jeskai are really impressive. So to me, like, I'm not certain either way. I think both are perfectly fine options.
Yeah.
But on paper, I would imagine Rogues is better. Like you said, just leaner deck, being able to apply a little bit more pressure.
Yeah.
And against Pact, this is also a deck where milling them actually takes away options.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can mill them. I mean, they can Fae for the Pact in their sideboard or something, but if you just like mill 2 Pacts, it's like, good luck.
Yeah.
You need some cards. Yeah.
Yeah, you need very specific cards.
Reminds me like Sultai. The Sultai ultimatums in Historic. You mill over a couple of those combo pieces, all of a sudden their ultimatums is like, I'll get a Gargaroth, cultivate. Like, it just gets sad, All right, I'll go first.
That's an exciting sound.
Well, it's quite the bad hand. I do not think I can keep this. No real combo pieces. I can augur on 2, but I don't even have black mana, so I'm gonna mulligan.
I'm gonna keep my hand. It is not great, but it's serviceable.
Okay. I hope it's a little worse than your first hand.
It is worse than my first hand. Hopefully the next 7 cards are a little bit better, though.
Yeah, what am I saying? Your first hand was actively really good. It just didn't work. I don't think I've ever went Pelt Collector into Burning Tree into Voltaic Brawler in my life when I played that deck, so...
Yeah, well, I didn't really untap with a lot of those cards, so...
Okay, come on. All right. I suppose we can keep.
You're always allowed to keep Corey. As I'm sure you're aware.
Oh, I know. Just thinking, what do I want to get back? Well, I definitely want these 4. I think that's pretty clear. It's between these. This card might just be far too slow, but I also just might need it.
Needs a card that's far too slow. Mastermind's Acquisition?
Maybe.
That would be my guess that Corey's talking about. Mastermind's Acquisition, and he has a hand that is kind of interactive but pretty far away from the combo and thinks that he might need it to give himself...
Well, you have a lot of one-ofs as guesses, so, it's not the easiest for you to guess this time.
But I'm sure I guessed perfectly.
Yeah, you didn't.
I will lead on a Llanowar Elves. Okay. That's the turn.
I have a Wishclaw Talisman, and I'll pass to you.
Wishing for some claws, are we?
Yep. All the claws.
Careful, Corey's trying to break the rules because there's no laws anymore.
Ah, touches. Yeah, I normally just hate this card, but wow, is it a perfect card for this deck.
Yeah, definitely a nice one. Because of the Talisman, I have to be pretty wary of a sweeper. Corey could just find one on his following turn. And it's hard for me to use the Talisman unless I'm really killing him.
This was the card I was speaking of.
And in that case, I'm going to play a 3/3 Spellbreaker and get in. I want to get some initial damage in case there's a removal spell.
I'm at 17.
You're up. The 3/3 haste deals 9 over 3 attacks, so 2 turns from now, whereas the 4/4 only deals 8. So you need to get in 3 attacks with the 4/4, and that's the break-even point, because then it's 12 each.
Mm-hmm.
So usually you want Spellbreaker to be a 3/3 unless your opponent has specific cards that make you not want to. I guess Henny's Expertise would count there. but he could also, if he's going to tutor for expertise, he could just tutor for languish.
Yes, these are the things.
So the only real punish is if Corey is holding the expertise.
Tough choice for me here. I'm going to play this Triumph for sure. Thinking about using the Talisman now. I can just get a combo piece. All right, I'm going to activate. I got a wish, and it's for a Tainted Pact. I'll pass to you.
You don't have to reveal. If it finds any card.
I'm going to search for something else. Dang it.
Good attempt, I guess.
Got him. Now what you gonna do?
Now I've got to balance the threat of the combo against the threat of sweepers. That's the tricky part.
Yeah. The real question is, can you do anything to the combo, though? You know? Like, I just don't think Gruul can.
No. It's a race.
That's true.
I hope I win.
Back in my day, when I wished Claw Talisman, it was for Teferi, and I'd bounce it to my hand. I'd like it.
I'm going to attack for 4.
Okay, I'll be at 13.
I'm going to take 2 to 18.
Okay.
I'm going to play a Pelt Collector.
Okay.
And I'll play a Burning Tree Emissary.
Okay.
Counter on Pelt Collector, get red-green, and pass the turn.
Okay. Let's crack this. I'm definitely a Ritual of Sitting.
I have the sweeper, but
yep. I think I can just get a black source. Maybe I want a blue. Yeah, let's get blue. Then it's gonna be your turn. Swept.
Play Pelt Collector.
Okay.
You're up.
Gotcha. See, that's why I revealed the Tainted Pact. I wanted you to think that I didn't have a sweeper.
Really needed to draw another creature that turn to go with the Pelt Collector and didn't.
Yeah. All right, I got this. And I'll just Legions on this. Take a peek at your hand. Okie dokie, here go.
You're up. This can't use the Talisman because he has the Pact. Strew the Oracle, sure.
Got it.
What I really with the Talisman here, I would love to never draw Embercleave because that's a great card to Talisman for. And
yeah, if you just win the game. Yeah. But yeah, you can't really aggressively Talisman. Like, sure, you could. Yeah, it really is a rough spot. You couldn't Talisman at all because you know I have 5 lands in Pact. So like you could have gotten like Questing Beast, which would have been awesome, but. So you just die.
Yeah. All I did was, I played exactly enough creatures to make the Embercleave lethal the following turn with a creature back, and you had the sweeper, I drew poorly, and then you do the combo.
Yeah. And the rest of my hand, like at the end there, it was Tainted Pact, Eliminate, Heartless Act. I was still doing all right. But hey, we got some time if you want to stretch this one.
Yeah, I guess we can.
Yeah.
Games are fast.
Might as well.
So far, it's not felt great from the Gruul side. It's one of those matchups where I have no agency. Yeah. I'm just doing things and hoping your draw doesn't come together.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, honestly, if we're just racing like a normal draw of like 1 removal spell from me, a tutor effect on 3, combo on turn 4 or 5, that's probably enough. On the draw, maybe not. On the draw, turn 5 is probably not enough unless I have like 2 removal spells. But on the play, I could almost just ignore what you're doing and just like tutor on 3, tutor on 4, and then just combo on 5, and I'm probably okay. Maybe not, but that's like a low end of the draw anyways, I think, you know? And then when you mix in the threat of having 5 different sweepers that you have to try to play around, and like some you can play around, some you can. Like Language is just going to get you, but Ritualist, Yahinis, you can, you know, do a little something around there. Play Questing Beast, put your Gruul Spellbreaker to 4/4. These are minor decisions that it's great if you're right, but if you're wrong, you usually give up damage. So it's pretty tough from your end, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, and that's one of the advantages of this deck is that, you know, it is impossible to play around everything, so you end up making the decision to play around nothing.
Yeah. And I think that's the more correct decision too, to play around nothing, because the people that try to play around everything, you're giving a 2 mana value combo deck more time, where just all of a sudden you just be like, oops, you're dead. Then you feel bad if you give him that extra turn, you know?
Definitely, and that's what I tried not to do, and, you know.
To no avail.
No agency. I just put my creatures on the table and you put them in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh, God, this would be an excellent hand if I had a source of red mana, but I do not.
You not having red mana?
Okay, I'll keep it.
Yeah, that would have been a turn 2 Klothys. I will keep.
It would have been turn 2 Spellbreaker, turn 3 Ceratops, turn 4 Klothys.
Yeah, wouldn't have been bad. I think you should play Klothys and then Ceratops, because you get it haste, you fool.
In reality, I would have had nothing, because you would have just Fatal Push my Eleanor Elves on turn 1.
I actually have both Fatal Pushes now. I added a second one just because I knew I wouldn't pact for it, but I would still get you with it, you know? That's my innovation to the deck. I'm kidding, I didn't do that.
So one question from chat we did have is...
What do we got, chat?
Given that we now have all of Historic Anthology 5, what do y'all think that Kolaghan's Command will play an impact in the format as one of the better commands?
That's what I'm interested about. Like, I just think Rakdos Arcanist seems like the spot, right? But is that card even good enough in that kind of deck? Like, I don't know. I mean, you look at Kolaghan's Command up against a pack deck, and it's doing nothing. You look at Kolaghan's Command against, these Jeskai decks, it's not doing much. You know, you look at it against even Rogues, probably pretty good. You know, you can kill a creature, make him discard or something, but I honestly think the best card is a Targus Command.
I certainly agree with you that I like a Targus Command quite a bit. Actually wrote about it this week. So,
did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
If you want to read that article, that should be up now.
What kind of cool decks you got in there?
A Tarkus Command deck.
I'm guessing Gruul decks.
Then Kolaghan's Command, the unsung mode of that card is always destroy an artifact.
Yeah.
And its prevalence in Modern was always predicated on how relevant that mode of the card has been. Mm-hmm. And in Historic, that mode is not particularly relevant.
Except Green-White Company, where you can hit the Great Henges. Or Embercleaves a few here, which it's not great either. But
so it's nice to have some main deck outs to that. I think it's a nice card for Rakdos Arcanist decks to have, because it's a good answer to Cage. It's an answer to Cage that is very flexible and relevant in other ways.
That I like.
Yeah. So I think it'll see play for specific narrow reasons, but I don't think it's going to be a staple of the format by any means.
Yeah, that makes sense, though. It can just probably be a better card than a Braid for the sideboard there. But you still just have the problem of Rest in Peace and Leyline. That's always been the big problem from Rakdos anyways. Yeah. So, who knows if that's even enough.
Yeah, so you're slightly better against Cage, but it doesn't solve the bigger issue.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's Relic is in there. That might do some things. But otherwise, it didn't look like it was going to be reinventing Historic or anything with Anthology.
And when Kolaghan's Command was first printed and saw a lot of play in Modern, that was an era where Affinity was one of the more popular decks.
Yeah.
And Kolaghan's Command was incredible in that matchup.
Yeah.
People were playing Infect, and you could hit Inkmoth Nexus with that mode. There was a lot more.
Snapcaster was really good.
Yeah, and they were snapcasting it as well. There were the other Mox Opal decks like Lantern Control. a lot of relevant shatter targets were around, and that's when Kolaghan's Command was at its best. So look for that metagames where that mode is going to be relevant.
But sadly, artifacts have been getting banned in Modern, slowly but surely getting Thanos out of Modern,
We haven't seen a whole lot of them in Historic either.
Yeah, once the king of artifacts left, Oko, Thick of Crowns, all its friendly artifact friends have went with it.
So I'm on the play here. I got to figure out which one to put back.
Or you could just mulligan again. You get a whole new look.
It's a definite keep.
Okay.
The question here, it's a little awkward which one to put back because it's so dependent on what you do.
Okay.
I basically have to open a hole in my hand and hope that you don't have the right answer to punish me for whichever card I put back.
Okay.
But given the way the first few games have played out, I think I'm going to go for the more high-risk line and put that card back. And I'm going to lead on Hash Up Oasis at Llanowar Elves. I'll be at 19.
All right.
You're up.
I have just a castle. Pass.
There we go. We got paid off. I'm going to take 3 for a Shatter Skull.
Okay.
And play a 3/3 Spellbreaker. Get in there.
The Spellbreaker.
I'll be at 16. You'll go to 17?
Yep.
Pass the turn.
Okay. That was a pretty good draw. I got a decent chunk of options here. But I think I just want to do the one that has me take less damage. I'll kill that. Past you.
That's cool.
Cool.
Red-green, I'll play Burning Tree Emissary.
Okay.
Ramunap Ruins, take a point for green with the Oasis, go to 15.
Uh-oh.
And play Questing Beast.
Ooh.
Attack for 4.
I did not want to see.
You go to 13.
Yep.
And my opening
just put this back.
my opening hand was these and a Voltaic Brawler.
Okay.
So it's like, well, I could, just try to curve naturally the elves, but if you kill the Llanowar Elves, then I really want the Voltaic Brawler.
Yeah.
Took the risk, got paid off.
Fair enough.
You've only got 2 1-mana removal spells.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, so I'm going to...
I could have also put a land back, but I had a couple deserts, so I figured I was good if I flooded.
Pass to you.
I will attack with my creatures.
Beginning combat. I'll kill that.
So you're going to gain 1.
Yep.
Go to 14.
14 and then no blocks.
Then I'll take 1 for a cleave.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to 14, and you're going to take 7. Go to 7?
Yep.
14 to 7. Pass the turn.
I need a good draw. No! That wasn't what I needed. I think I have to risk... yeah, so that doesn't kill me on the spot. Yeah, I think I have to risk finding something here. All right, I need an omen. That's a tilt. I need a land, and it's a land that deals me 2.
2 is not dead, even if you...
I know I'm not dead, but I'd be dead to a land over 2 turns, and I don't think I can kill you. So I have a Legion's End for that Burning Tree. So I want to hit a land, which I have, but that puts me to 5. You re-equip, that puts me to 1, and then you can kill me with the land. So I think I have to bottom these and hit a land that doesn't deal me damage. Just to give myself one other turn to not die to a Ramunap Ruins. It's sad, but I honestly think that's what I have to do.
You actually hit 2 lands.
Yeah. 1 is not good. So I had Yahenni's expertise, and I just needed a land.
Yeah.
But I did not hit it.
If you're confused about why the Hallowed Fountain is there, it's there because you need to diversify lands enough, and it happens to be an island that casts Lurrus.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I just lose to it. I think I have to have the high risk, so... Bottom. Dead. Anticipate. Why is that card in my deck?
So if you had kept the land, this would have been a pretty good draw, because then I get to put you to 1 and have 2 lethal threats, or kill you with the land.
Yeah, well, no, that would have been a great draw for me.
Yeah.
Because if I would have hit a land, then I would have been able to.
Yeah, I'm saying if you kept the Hallowed Fountain.
Yeah. True.
But then you had his expertise. Yeah, if you have the sweeper.
Oh no, that would have kept me alive. Cling a creature, gain 3. Oh no. Yeah, if I kept Hallowed Fountain there, I would have won, I think. Because I would have drawn Hallowed Fountain, kill it, and then I would have drawn.
Then you would have expertise.
Anticipate, and then I would have Yahennies. No, then I still die.
Yeah.
Then I still die.
Because I would have ripped the land right on time, and you would have had Cling on top of your deck, or in your hand after the Anticipate.
After the Anticipate, yeah. Because any of the spells I could have cast for free would not have prevented me from losing a life. So, all right, nothing better than a good old Game 5 here to settle. And I think I have to win this one to have any shot at the marbles for this show, because these matchups get progressively harder for me here moving forward. So
well, you are on the play, so I would say you're pretty far ahead.
Yeah.
I think it was important for me in this matchup to get that first game when you only have the 6, removal spells, and I was on the play. But
yeah. I think on the play for you, you're like 49% to win, and on the play for me, I'm like 65. Maybe that's a little skewed, but it's definitely better for me on the play than it is for you, I would think.
Yeah.
But we'll find out. Rob, do you got a question at all while we shuffle up?
Don't really have one right now.
MTQ for you, but not you.
Good. I don't have any questions either.
All right, fine. All right, let's shuffle up here. I'm going to be on the play.
Shuffle up, I guess.
Yeah, I think this hand's fine. This deck really does give me some inverter vibes, I didn't play a lot of it. Me and you were on the stupid deck. We were on Breach instead of comboing people the easy way. We were working for it.
Yeah, on the draw, I can't keep this. 5
Come on, keep that. Keep that. This hand couldn't beat that.
Where's my triple Burning Tree Emissary draw?
I'd prefer
against no sweeper.
Yeah, wow. Okay, you're really dreaming big.
Yeah, it's the only way I know how to dream.
Fair enough.
You don't end up at the pinnacle of competitive Magic without dreaming big.
That's true. We thought one day if we trained hard enough, we'd get past these pro tours, we'd get past these set championships, and we'd end at the tip top being a Versus Live co-host. You know what? We made it, man. Hey! We made it.
Started at the bottom, now we're here.
Rob, can you believe we did it?
I'm just hoping to be witness to it.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, by default, you are also the 3rd greatest Magic player in the world. So
no, he's 4th because number 1 is Crocus.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Crocus is where we get our deck from.
Yeah.
Then it's Versus Live, so us 3. Then we got Paulo.
Yeah.
Then, yeah. Okay. Please, God, nobody clip that. I'm going to get so many strongly worded letters from Brazil.
You got to brush up on that Portuguese.
Yeah. I think I'll have an idea of what it says.
Learn the dirty words first.
Yeah.
This one's definitely a keep, and I think we gotta put this one back.
Also, Brad is asking if we got room for one more.
If we got room for one more, okay, Brad. Yep. Enjoy back at the top. Let's go. When Brad moves back, he's officially back to being one of the top 5 Magic players.
I got a Pathway and a Pel Collector.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna make just a colossal punt this game too. After saying that. I'm going to play this in
Corey, we've never made a mistake ever on this show.
You're right.
Attack for 1.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Mountain, go.
All right. End step, I'll Anticipate. The very powerful Anticipate.
It's no expressive iteration, but, it does its job.
I am going to take... Do I have to reveal this? No. Okay.
Anytime something takes any card, you never reveal.
Gotcha.
when it takes specific cards, there's restrictions, and they make you reveal so that you're not cheating.
Makes sense. That checks out. Bog you. Go.
Sure. End step, stomp you.
Oh, I'll take it.
You're at 17.
17. You got me.
Oh, do you now? Bone Crusher.
Can you pay 1?
Attack for 1.
16.
You can go.
Let's go with... I'm going to Blood Chief's Thirst that. And I'm going to play this as a land, and I'll pass to you.
I will play Gruul Spellbreaker.
The Breaker of Spells. Oh, memory lapse up.
Stomping Ground tapped.
Okay.
You're up. Can't possibly win this game. Can't possibly win this game.
I'm going to start with an Omen. I'm going to put those to the bottom.
Okay.
Draw.
That's the first piece of good news I've had this entire game.
Yeah, this is not going great.
Maybe Corey's hand is as bad as mine.
It's not starting off great. Play a tower, and I'll pass to you.
Okay. I will play Gruul Spellbreaker.
Resolves.
Do I want a counter or the haste?
We got 16-20 still, right?
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay.
Counter is relevant against Yanni's Expertise, Heartless Act, Fae of Wishes.
To block, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Those are the 3 that come to my head. So I just want to guarantee get 3 damage in. Yeah, I'm just going to have it have haste.
13.
Pass turn.
All right, end step, I will sack Omen.
Yeah, that's what I thought was happening. Still defaulting to my play around nothing stratagem.
It's working. It's working. I am going to keep this and put the other one on the bottom. And then I will draw. Interesting choice for me. I think I still just have to do this right now. I will use Henny's Expertise.
Yeah.
Play Opt.
The thing about like trying to play around those removal spells is you also have to assume that Corey doesn't have another removal spell that would kill it regardless.
Yeah. And I'll play that and pass to you.
I will play Hashif Oasis.
Okay.
And Llanowar Elves.
Ooh.
Pass the turn.
Nice. Okay. I think I still want to do this. Although I do not have the other combo piece, I still think I just want a good card. Fae is a good card.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah. So Fae, I can just like get Tainted Pact and play Fae as a good blocker. That seems pretty good. You can't do anything too crazy. You can put me to 11 with a Raminac Ruins and then like cleave it. I think that's okay for me. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that one.
Yeah.
On tap. All right, I am going to do that play. Granted, play it, packed.
Yep.
And now just the land I want to play. Yeah, I think I will play this Triumph, and I'll pass to you.
End step, sack Raminac Ruins.
11. You didn't make it a 4/4 to not play around Yahenni's expertise and Fave Wishes, and the only 2 cards I actually had.
Attack.
I'll block.
I'll number cleave.
Okay.
And you can go.
Okay. That should do it. Yep. Okay. I got the Talisman, search for the copy.
Yeah, 7 mana.
Yep. Then I got 7, so. All right. And anybody who's wondering exactly what that is that maybe hasn't seen this, I'm going to search for Oracle. I'm going to play Oracle with the trigger on the stack, Tainted Pact. Now I do not have a Tainted Pact, and I have 1 of each left in the deck. So no matter what, I'll just flip all the cards and win the game.
Yep. That was actually top decking lethal next turn. I could sack the Hash of Oasis, get in for 10, and stomp you.
Yeah, that's not bad. I also had a tutor that searches for Fatal Push, but
yeah, but then you're down the Tainted Pact.
Yeah. But I did also have another play. If you didn't cleave, I just had Luris, Buy-It, Omen, which is pretty good too. But the Luris in here is actually surprising. Not a lot of people played it.
Yeah.
And I think this is like one of the only few versions that kind of makes it look good. You know, like there's a decent amount of things you can bring back with this one. Like I haven't seen Omen in a lot of the lists. There's one other card. Like an Augur, a Spellbomb. Yeah, I didn't see Spellbomb. Spellbomb, just to be fair, does not seem that good to me. But
yeah, I think it's important to have a card like this. If we were in that scenario where I'd forced Corey to use Tainted Pact to find a removal spell to stay alive, then you've got more gas left as the game goes along.
Sack an Omen every turn.
Yeah.
5 mana, replay it every single turn. So, all right, that may be the first match taken down by the Tainted Pact deck, but they get progressively harder for me. So I don't feel great about the rest of the show. Now you got some counter spells in your hand instead of just forests.
Yeah, a little more agency, like I said. With the Gruul deck, I was just playing my spells for the most part, not playing around anything because you couldn't, and hoping that you just had the wrong answers or stumbled a bit. I was winning games where you stumbled a little bit, losing games where you just killed my stuff and had a sweeper on 4.
Yeah. Those games felt good.
Yeah. So now I get to actually, play Magic.
Dang it. Okay, playing Magic will be coming up after the break. We're going to take a short 5-minute break, and we'll be right back with round number 2 here on Versus Live. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, welcome back to Versus Live. My name is Corey Baumeister.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And we got Rob in the booth. Say what's up, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Rob, we've taken all your questions, comments, concerns, and the burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games, and he will get his favorite one sent over to us. All right, everyone, we are continuing our Tainted Pact Gauntlet here to see if this deck truly is as busted as the stats say, the pro players are saying, everyone else is saying. And it does seem like the best deck, and people are dominating on the ladder right now, but the ladder is where people play whatever they want. They play fun stuff, and if you're playing against random stuff that isn't completely targeted to beat this, like you play against Angels, Bant Angels or something, they're going to play 3-mana 3/3s against you, and you're going to win on turn 4. So it makes sense that I'm seeing like some of these records, like Arnie from last night was like 35-4 or something. Just a ridiculous win percentage. But it makes sense on the ladder. Now, when we get to a tournament, when we get to some of these higher stakes events, it's going to be, people are going to be like, I'm going to play the deck or I'm going to hate it out. And we're seeing if you make that decision to hate out these decks, if that's enough. We're progressively getting tougher matchups, arguably. Maybe Rogues is the toughest here, but Gruul, not that afraid of. Is it Phoenix? Pretty easy matchup for Pact. But when we get to these last 2 matches, Jeskai Control that Luis Scott Vargas dominated with this last weekend, going 6-0. His teammates did pretty well as Rogues, what we think should be a really good matchup. Not a lot of people played it at the league weekend, but it seems like it has the tools to win. Now, if I can beat these decks too, then we got a problem. Yeah.
And the match against Gruul was reasonably close. We went to 5 games. So to me, it's going to be really tough if that was what was representative from the Dimir Pact deck, because, like you said, structurally, it's so much harder for you when I'm presenting not only a clock, but also a ton of great disruption of my own. You've got to really worry about your own combo, sometimes find a piece of protection, maybe wait to have mana for that protection. And that can be precarious in and of itself, where either I kill you in that time frame or I find even more counter magic.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, we played this just once trying out the deck when we did a normal historic show, and you beat me pretty badly with the Orzhov Death Shadow. That is pressure and disruption. You know, I think this is even worse because that's just disruption as far as, hand disruption goes. Now you have some hand disruption, but you also have cheap counter spells to go
around the top of your deck.
Exactly. And your threats are not as big and hard hitting as that Death Shadow deck, but they come at my end step, which makes them even harder hitting, essentially.
I mean, end of the story ends the game just as quickly.
Yeah, you just draw 4, I concede, easy. Okay, so let's get to it.
I'll be on the play.
Rude.
I will keep my hand.
Ugh. It's the worst hand I've had so far. Not going to be keeping this a one-lander. But yeah, Expansion Explosion in these kind of matchups is actually kind of nice. Just copy your counterspell. It's just a 2-mana counterspell. Yeah. Or if you try to copy my Tainted Pact, I could just Tainted Pact, but I guess it's the same to counter with your counterspell. All right. Mulligan here. How busted is your hand? I'm flipping over cards.
That's pretty good.
Dang it. I don't think you've ever beat me with rogues on this show because both of us notoriously lose when we play rogues in standard. But historic, I think we're 1-0 because I played that Utah version right when he won, and it was nice.
Yeah, it's a whole new ball game in historic. You get discard spells and memory lapses.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't see how this beats a rogue deck, but I also don't see how I can not keep this. So it's just, what do I want to get rid of? I'm leaning on this. Just seems quite bad, except in the obvious right moment, but...
Yeah, I'm going to go to 18 and Inquisition you.
Okay. I have some removal spells. I have the Gruul Killer.
I will take your Fatal Push.
Fatal Push. Okay.
I'll pass the turn.
I'll play this and pass to you.
Play Drowned Catacomb and pass to you.
Oh, it's target player. That's why I'm holding off on playing it, because I can just target myself. But I do need lands eventually, so I might not have an option here, because my draws were heinous. All right, I'll play this and I'll pass to you.
On your end step, I'll play a Thieves Guild Enforcer.
A mill 1, a mill 2.
It's the 1 Cling.
It's the Cling. That's pretty nice. All right, go ahead. Makes me wish I would have bogged right away. So I'd have this on blue if I wanted.
Inquisition you.
Ugh, kind of punished. Yeah, I'll eliminate this in response.
Hold on. Yeah, I'll respond to the eliminate with a Soaring Thought Thief, mill you for 2.
Okay.
This dies, Inquisition resolves.
I wish I had a second blue up there. Inquisition you instead.
So I can't take this thing, right? It has CM.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it has CMC 6.
That was the last I knew, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's changed.
And I was also going to ask, but I didn't want to reveal my hand. If you Into the Story, it's not targeting. Into the Story is not targeting, so Narcissus Reversal doesn't really do anything, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to target, I would imagine, right?
No, but it just copies the spell, and you control the copy, so you draw.
You may choose new targets.
It says you may,
though.
That's saying you may.
Okay.
If you need to.
Okay, cool. All right.
I'm going to
take the Bajuga Bog. Good call.
Yeah. I will take the Narset's Reversal.
Okay.
And then I'll pass the turn.
I'll play a Fae. I'll play this Temple I drew. Yep. Top, pass to you.
It's Crack Fable Passage.
Okay.
Get an island and attack melee for 2.
I'll block.
And then I will buy this Lyris.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right, untap land, please. All right, cycle. So, all right, I'll bog you.
Sure.
And then I'll pass. I'd bog me if it wasn't for the cling, but the cling is something that I definitely value.
And he gets rid of the Thieves Guild Enforcer in my graveyard.
That's the main thing. Pass to you.
I've got another Enforcer on your end step.
Okay, mill 2.
Go to my turn?
Yep.
Attack for 6, mill you for 2.
Mill 2, I'll block here.
Take 4, go to 16.
Yep.
So I want to just play the Lyris and get aggressive here.
Kitty cat beat?
I don't think so. I'm just going to pass.
Okay. I'll untap. I'll play a land and pass to you.
Doesn't buy the Lyris, just wants to cling probably. And you've got, what, 5, 10, 14 in the graveyard?
Yep.
And cling is escape 5, right?
Escape 5, yep.
So you're going to get rid of 6 cards by casting it. So that still leaves you 8.
Yep. Not a good number against rogues, believe it or not.
Okay, on your end step, I'm going to use the castle and lose 4.
Lose 4, huh?
For 14.
Yep.
Go to my turn?
Yep.
Attack you, mill 2.
2 is milled. Block here. Take 4.
Brings you to 12.
Yep.
I'll go to 12 for a water grave.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right. End step. I will cling. I'm going to get rid of lands for sure. All right. I guess I can get rid of these lands. And I'm going to hit Agadeems, which is a spell.
Yeah. I'll end the story in response.
Okay.
Draw 4.
Yep.
And your cling is fine.
All right. Draw. Untap. A draw. Still at a decently healthy enough life total where I think I can just go for a cling on another spell. And do it now to shut down your things a little bit. All right. I am going to cling. I'm going to leave the creature just in case. I don't need anything really in my graveyard. So I'm going to exile these 4, and I'm going to target Duress.
And that's going to leave 4 in your graveyard?
Yep.
Okay. I'll respond by Fatal Pushing the Fae of Wishes.
Okay.
I don't know if you have a 1-mana counterspell for that, but I don't want to find out.
Draw.
So leave Corey with 5, so I'll get at least one other big attack here.
All right, pass to you.
Play an island, attack for both of them. You mill 2. That's exactly 7. So you take 6.
You need 8.
You need
into the story.
Into the story is 7.
Yeah. God, so it would only take 2.
So there's still only 2. Is there? Yeah. Okay. Just take 2 then.
10.
It's been like 2 years and I still mix the 2
It's so weird that it's into the story is 1 and this is the other. Like, and they were legitimately in the same set. Right?
These 2 were Thieves Guild Enforcer was
actually they're just all in different sets.
Thieves Guild Enforcer was M21.
Okay.
That
makes sense then, I guess, sets. But still weird, right? Weird. You'd think they'd all work together and they'd be the same amounts, it'd be all clean, but no. I'm at 10 to 12.
Yeah, he's at 10 after combat. And you have 3 unknowns?
I have 3 unknowns.
And the maybe not play this land.
Okay.
Because I think I'm going to brainstorm this turn. If I hit Fatal Passage, I'll want to play it.
Sure.
Brainstorm.
Okay. The storm has been brained.
Well, I did not hit... Did not hit
the passage.
Yeah, the thing I'm talking about.
Okay.
But I did hit an Inquisition, which is the other reason I was brainstorming main phase.
Pretty good. I was starting to set up some stuff. Probably shouldn't do that before you attacked, but
yeah. I didn't really think about it at first.
Yeah. First mistake we made on Versus Live. Yeah. That's why Krugis is above us. He doesn't make those mistakes. Yeah, combo piece, Wrath, which is pretty good. Negate's pretty solid. That one's probably not being taken, but I'm clinging on to life here. Like that, Rob?
Maybe think of a Megadeth song.
Yeah, I'll take the Oracle.
Oracle down.
Not really concerned about the other cards. Pass.
Rude.
Yeah, so just cost myself 4 damage.
That's not a big deal when I'm at 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with Cling. I'm going to leave the Oracle. I'll escape these 5 and target Dispute.
That's fine.
Draw. Thank you. I got a land, and I'll pass to you.
Did I miss a? I didn't miss a land at some point, did I?
I don't think so.
Did you double land?
I definitely did not play land this turn.
Because I was on the play.
Well, you brainstormed an Inquisition. Did you forget to play a land last turn? I don't know.
No, I went to play island, took it back, cast the brainstorm, replayed the same island.
Well, I played a land every turn.
Maybe you played 2 lands in 1 turn.
Maybe you forgot to play land. What do you think, chat? We'll have chat. Chat knows all.
You missed the land drop on turn 5, according to the first person in chat.
Who did? Yeah, okay. Got him.
All right. I'll attack for 2.
Okay.
2. You go to 8.
Yep.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay. I'll draw. My Ritual Soot is not very good right now just because I know you have Luris. So that's a little unfortunate. I don't think this card's going to be very good either, so I'm going to cycle a Censor. And
Be good for me to keep track of any tainted pacts that I've milled, and I have milled one.
Yep, you have milled one. I think I will just pass to you.
You have 2 unknowns.
2 unknowns.
Could take 6 here to draw another card.
Hell yeah!
Doesn't seem advisable.
That's the spirit.
Play an island and attack. Mill you for 2.
Mill for 2 before blocks. I will. I will escape. Target. Target your into the story.
Yep.
Draw.
Take 2.
Yep.
Go to 6.
Down to 6.
Pass turn.
Okay, I think I can pretty safely brainstorm here.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna draw 3. Put these 2 back. May I go to my turn?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I have to go other order here. Do I want to take 2, though? That's the other thing. It's like, I do not have a swamp for this other land. And you have how many cards?
5.
1 million? All right, let's go with... Really don't want to take 2 when I'm at 6. Believe it or not. All right, I'll ritual.
Sure.
Okay, then I'll play a Aether Spellbomb.
Sure.
Watergrave tap, and I'll pass to you.
Now you have 2 unknowns?
Yep.
On your end step.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take 6.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
6 all.
Okay.
Inquisition you.
I'll negate.
I will Mystical Dispute your negate.
All right. They were pretty good, 2 unknowns. Really good.
I will take the Tainted Pact.
Good choice. Good choice.
Then I will play Luris.
Okay.
And so it seems likely that whichever one I don't cast, Corey is going to hit with Cling.
A real possibility.
I will play Thieves Guild Enforcer and mill you for 2.
Okay.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Untap. A draw. In some trouble. In some trouble.
Yeah, the Fave Wishes is gone. The Grim Tutor is gone, although the Grim Tutor doesn't find a Tainted Pact at this point, so I think you need the Mastermind's Acquisition.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Could also just draw a couple red sources and explosion me out from 6.
Yeah, you are getting close. I could do some Luris stuff here too.
How many cards are we looking at? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18?
All right, I am going to start with... It's a tough game.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with Said Kling. On your Soaring Thought Thief.
You have 1 unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll go to 9.
Yep.
Now I'm going to buy Luris and pass to you.
I think we can afford to play this one this turn. Get in for 4.
I'll take it.
You go to 5, I go to 9.
Yep. Dolly Parton.
And I'll take 4.
All right, down to 5.
5 all. Pass the turn.
Wondering if I want to Spellbomb and bounce Luris at end step, or if I just want to maybe draw a card. If I can resolve Luris, I can bring it back. I'll just draw a card. All right. Let's go with... Yahenni's Expertise. Ooh, I gotta tap this a little differently. Let's go like that. Don't mind me, just flipping around a card.
Okay, well, I will draw on the locked Expertise.
Okay. I'll respond by copying Yahenni's Expertise.
Sure. So the first Expertise will resolve.
First Expertise resolves. I will put... This is not a May or anything, right? Like this is going to be countered. Okay. It's kind of cute. You can kill it in response, so I can't get a trigger. I'll cast Solve the Equation.
Sure.
Search for an instant or sorcery card. Okay, well, to not be cheating, this should be in my sideboard. Because that was both packs. I was like, I do not have to reveal, I imagine, right? Oh, I do reveal this one. All right, I will take this.
Yep.
That other one gets countered. Then I will cast an Oracle.
So know your hand is Luris, Mastermind's Acquisition.
Yep.
And an Unknown.
Yep. It's been a great game.
Yeah. Okay, the Oracle's fine.
Okay. Keep this. The other one goes to the bottom, I believe.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, pass to you.
Play Fable Passage, pass the turn.
Ooh. Opt.
Sure.
Bottom my Fabled Passage. Draw. All right, I'm gonna go with, while I can, Cling. I want those cards. Cling, you're drawn on the lock.
Sure.
Then I'll attack for 1.
I got a 4.
Okay. And I'm gonna play a Luris.
Sure.
Pass.
Crack Passage.
Okay.
Fatal Push the Luris.
Okay. Luris down.
And I'll pass the turn.
Looking at this for no reason.
Acquisitions face up, so.
All right. I'll attack for 1.
We'll go to 3.
Okay. This is how you're supposed to win with this pack deck, right? Just attacking. I will play Wishclaw Talisman.
Sure.
And pass to you.
Your water pathway.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. End step, anticipate?
Sure.
Take this one. Yeah, bottom. Also, I'll cast Visions.
Sure.
Top 6. I'll reveal a Thoughtseize. Random order. Oops. Untap. All right. I'm mostly cracking this to see what I got going on. Okay. It is all clear to me now. I see what I must do. I must start with a Thoughtseize. Yeah, looks like we're going to have time for one game of this match. This game was incredible.
I'll drown in the lock your Thoughtseize.
I'll cast Mastermind's Acquisition. Or Acquisition.
You have 6 in your library?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't have to choose a mode till it resolves, right?
No, you choose.
I do choose upon casting. Okay. Sideboard.
Yeah. Well, we knew that.
Okay.
I will memory lapse it.
All right. I will pack that.
I will.
Forgot you had that.
Draw a card with castle, go to 2.
Okay.
Your pact resolves, your acquisition resolves.
Okay. I'll get Jace and play it.
Sure.
Okay. I will. Let's mill you. Well, does that make any sense? Yeah, probably not. I'll mill myself.
Sure.
Draw. I'll attack for 1.
I'll play Soaring Thought Thief and block.
Okay, okay. At the tilt.
I don't think I have outs, but
I'll put this into play tapped and I'll pass to you.
Once the Jace hits the battlefield, it's tough.
Yeah, I was like, if that Thoughtseize resolved, I am just dead to that. Oh no, that would only been 2 power. Yeah.
Yeah, I could rip another Soaring Thought Thief.
Yeah.
Cast, brainstorm, hold priority, activate castle.
Go to 1. Okay. I like it.
So at 1 with the castle, then brainstorm.
Yep.
I guess I should have let the Thoughtthieves resolve. I didn't think I was going to hit 2 Soaring Thought Thieves.
Yeah.
And it probably, it would have basically been the same thing, I guess.
Did I actually just get this game?
I mean, I flooded pretty badly.
You flooded. I thought for sure you had Into the Story, and I kept you off it for a long time.
No, I just never do a second one.
Yeah, but there was one turn when I had 7, I tapped out, and I'm like, yep, here's the time where you pull ahead. But...
Yeah, the big punt on my part was not realizing I was going to brainstorm that turn where I hit the Inquisition. If I deal 4 damage, I thought it's not going to do anything. You would have just been at 1, it would have been a dead card.
Yeah. Oh, are you talking about when you didn't Inquisition me pre-combat?
Yeah. I didn't brainstorm pre-combat. I didn't think about the possibility of hitting an Inquisition, and then I thought
you thought it was 7. You thought it was 7 was your whole thing. Yeah. Crokies wouldn't have made that misplay, though.
Yeah. So, small mistake led to me flooding a bit, and just enough.
Yeah, that was a wild game. That was like the Cling, straight up, I mean, most of the time, there's only one...
Having the Cling and the Bog also really important.
Well, the Bog did nothing. No. But the Bog would have did something.
The Bog stopped me from having another Thieves Guild Enforcer.
Yeah, that's true. But having the... I should have played it earlier if I'd known I was going to flip the Cling, but obviously I had no idea. So, all right, that was a crazy game 1. We're going to head to sideboard here. Well, we still have time for this round, too, because that was a battle. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Versus Live.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Dimir Rogues and Dimir Pact. On my side of things, the obvious swap is getting the Fatal Pushes out of the deck. Very few creatures on Corey's side of the battlefield. We want to make sure we're prepared to answer Lurrus if necessary, but Drown in the Loch does that.
Yep.
So Fatal Push, completely unnecessary. Bringing in some additional counter spells and Mystical Dispute and Negate. I have also chosen to swap in 2 Soul Guide Lanterns for Merfolk Windrobber.
Okay.
This looks a little strange because I absolutely don't want to exile Corey's graveyard. But I want to specifically exile the 1 Cling to Dust.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Soul Guide Lantern still draws cards with Lurrus like Windrobber does.
Yeah.
Which is mainly what it's going to be doing outside of exiling Cling. But I want to have an answer. Hitting that 1 Cling on the first mill, literally 1 core of the game. So I might as well be a little bit prepared for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so from my end, taking out some questionable cards here in the matchup. Aether Spellbomb seems really bad. Memory Lapse, not great. All your stuff is so cheap. And even putting it Into the Story on top, sure, you're going to draw a lot of cards. Baleful Mastery is just going to be a 4-mana exile one of your bad creatures. Not very great. Augur Bolus, not great. You have a lot of flyers. Mind Stone, just okay. Ritualist, just okay. Bringing in some good cards here. Swan Song at being able to essentially be a Dispel. Dispel to hit a card when I get in a counter war over comboing. Tested Talents.
You don't get to play a multiple dispute, so you need to dig a little deeper.
And I'm pretty sure my 1 dispute is just already in the main.
Yeah.
That would make sense. That card's too good. Heartless Act, be able to take out one of your cards. Tormod's Crypt is a nice one. Just keep exiling my own graveyard and then buy it back with Lurrus. That's a spicy one.
It only exiles your graveyard once.
Yeah. Because it exiles itself, doesn't it? Okay. All right. Well, still valuable in a lot of cases. And then some ways to deal with your cheap creatures. So we'll give it a shot.
Okay.
All right, Rob.
You got any questions for us?
Yeah. I was going to say, how's your day going? But I guess Ross
I don't care about that.
Yeah, wow.
Oh,
Can you believe it? I care, Rob. I care.
Can't wait to never shield Ross from any burn ever again.
Yeah, everyone just says, say hi, Rob. Nobody ever says, how are you, Rob?
I thought that was like one of the greatest Twitter things ever come up with.
That was one of the greatest tweets I've ever seen. And it was like on a day where we just had a normal day. I was like, oh, did you need a hug that day, Rob?
That was a good one.
But Rob, we need a question.
Chat needs to hit me with some of those questions.
Okay, fair enough.
Chat, we have so many answers for you, but we're just not sure which ones to give.
Yeah, I mean, just a plethora of answers that I want to dish out right now.
An Abzan Charm or a Lightning Bolt?
I mean, does anybody have a question? What about Sultai? I mean, there's lots of great questions out there. All right, we'll just get back to this battle here. That was a game 1, though. Holy cow. That was a battle. And normally in rogue matchups, you drastically improve against rogues because you bring in a lot of other escape cards. You really don't have them. I could have a Glimpse of Freedom, and honestly, probably if Rogues was big and I was still playing this, I think that's a card I would add, but...
I don't think I can keep a 1-lander even with several reasonable 1-mana spells.
Yeah.
This also has none of the Rogues, nothing to get my engine started.
Yeah, this hand is not amazing, but I think it's worth it just the sense that I'm, 1, playing against the Thoughtseize deck, 2, it'll do stuff. It's not exactly super fast or anything, but I think it's worth it. I shall keep this very medium hand.
Very medium.
Very medium, at best. At best. Might even be medium rare.
I guess one question from earlier was a little, how do you feel this deck compares to the version you played the other day, the Grixis version?
It's so hard to be like one is definitively better, right? Because it's like 3 cards. The core is still the same. I just truly wanted to pick one of the MPL players that had been practicing for a long time, and I knew it was refined. But it's really not that big of a difference, Yeah.
Yeah. Reasonable 6 here. Pretty obvious which card to put back.
Okay.
I will lead on a Drowned Catacomb.
All right. I have a sandbar. Pass to you.
Pathway Inquisition.
Okay. I got a bunch of things that search for things.
Can't take the Mastermind's acquisition.
Yep.
So I think I will take the Pact Negation.
Okay, that's a long-term plan.
I think this game's going to go on for a while, and I can't really, you've got 3 different tutors. So.
Yep. Oh, that makes sense. All right, I have this. I'll play a Talisman, and I'll pass to you.
Pact is a very unique card that could definitely win you a counter war.
Yep. Agreed.
I've got a Watery Grave and a pass of the turn.
Okay. Interesting. I'd like a land. So I kind of want a Talisman for a land or something, but that feels kind of bad. Don't have too much else going on. All right. I'm going to activate.
Bold.
It is bold. It is indeed bold. I'm going to get this. I'm going to play this, and I'll pass to you.
I will activate Talisman.
Okay. What'd you get?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
All right, all right.
You got 6 in hand total?
I sure do.
Okay. I got a Castle Lockthorn.
Okay, okay.
Pass the turn.
When it's removed, it still just sits on your side and chills, has some fun.
Is that what it does?
I would imagine.
I guess it would sit on my side.
That's why I said. That's why I said your side.
It's going to give me lots of devotion.
That's true. I'm going to take 2.
You're at 18.
I'll cast Grim Tutor.
I will negate your Grim Tutor.
Okay. Then I'm gonna Grim Tutor. Give me that. I'll pass to you.
Play Fable Passage and pass the turn.
Okay. Don't want to buy Luris?
Nope.
Okay. Bold.
I'd rather Lava Axe myself.
Okay. Bold strategy. All right. I will Thoughtseize you.
Drown in the lock, you Thoughtseize.
Okay. It's been drowned.
We both mulligan this game?
No, I kept a very medium hand.
Yeah, you kept 7. I mulligan on the play. That's why I have so few cards.
Yep.
That makes sense.
It does make sense. All right. Thassa's Oracle.
Sure.
Tainted Pact with the trigger on the stack.
Is this bait? Even if it's not bait, it like Tainted Pact is a reasonable card to counter. The Pact of Negation is already gone.
Could have the second one.
You don't have a second one. I know that. I'll drown the Tainted Pact.
Probably a good call. Or you'd lose the game, so. Okay. Trigger.
Oh, yeah, because you have one of each.
Yeah.
I mean, I was countering it regardless.
I don't want these cards, and I'll pass to you. Oh, we took our shot.
Right. Play tap water grave and pass the turn.
Okay. Two cards, eh?
2 cards.
I will cast this and choose my side Brad.
I will dispute it.
It's been disputed. I'll bog myself.
Sure.
And attack for 1.
19.
Pass to you.
Just trying to trade resources here, make my castle better.
Makes sense.
At this point, you have 2 in hand?
2 in hand.
One of which is Tyrant Scorn.
Yep.
I'm just going to go for the end of the story main phase.
Okay.
I think we can get one of each basic with these Fable passages, and just sort of hope that...
yeah, no dispute for me. Try to do my best to keep you off into the story, graveyard-wise, but yeah.
7 lands will do it anyway.
Yep.
And to think I had a Witchclaw Talisman for a land this game.
Yeah, nice. So did I.
Yeah. Okay, I will draw my 4 cards and you can go.
All right. I'm going to start by casting Anticipate.
Sure.
The all-powerful.
Best card in the deck.
Oh, yeah, by far. Tough choice. Pick this one. For sure attack for 1.
18 all.
I'm going to Granted. Now this is the tough one. Got some options. It's really between these two for me.
Which two?
Well, I don't want to tell you.
You're going to have to show me anyway.
Yeah, I know, but one's way cooler than the other. What do you think, Rob? The one that's really sweet or the one that's, the good card?
Whichever one's Yorion.
Okay. All right. Your go.
Also, someone in chat did dare you to play Yorion Tainted Pact deck.
Yeah. That would be sweet. You got a Thought Distortion.
Well.
We might have guessed right.
Only thing I can do is try to draw Thoughtseize.
Okay.
So I'll into the story.
Okay. One time, no Thoughtseize? Yeah, you can't even get Inquisition. Do you have 4 Thoughtseize?
I'll Inquisition you.
Okay. You got my other Oracle. Or Tyrant's Cry. I guess they're both Oracles, essentially, but...
Guess I probably should have done this, shouldn't I? And protected some things, but I wanted to take the removal spell so I could potentially set up this Luris. Yeah, I'll take the Tyrant Scorn.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn. I did draw 3 cards that Thought Distortion isn't going to take.
Yeah, that's good.
Unfortunately, 2 of them are lands.
Okay.
So I'm going to be flooded once again.
And all the spells, yep.
All from the graveyard, too.
You do have Castle, too, which is pretty lame. And then I'm going to attack, and I'll pass to you.
Put me to 17?
Yep. What a game.
This Oracle just wins the game. I'm going to lose my mind.
Yes. Ross and 4 Fabled Passages. Let's go.
Play this tapped, I guess. Play Thieves Guild Enforcer, million for 2.
There's the cling.
Literally the first mill of both games.
But hey, there was Tainted Pact. So if you didn't mill me, you just lost the game. So that's pretty good.
I will then activate Castle, lose 3.
Okay.
Go to 14.
Yep.
And you are just short of playing the cling? Yeah. And I'll pass the turn.
Okay.
It's unbelievable. Literally first mill, both games.
Yeah, but that is my other Tainted Pact, and I don't really have a way to bring it back. That is a problem.
I mean...
Yeah, the long way with doing that, that's for sure, but...
It exists, and it exists in a zone I can't touch.
Yeah. I'll cycle Baronmorn.
Yep. Draws the other cycling land so we can cling.
To be fair, I had another way to do it. All right, I will cling your Fabled Passage. Draw. And I'll attack.
13.
Just trying to attack your castle ability, so I'll pass to you.
Attack for 1.
17.
I was going to make a joke before this game.
You can go.
Like, we wouldn't actually have any evaluation of whether or not this deck is good because Rogues has never done well on Versus Live.
I won with it once when Utah won in Historic, but I don't think we've ever won in Standard with it. I think you're right.
I'm going to negate that just to make my castle better. It's a little awkward to negate given that you have Luris, but you can sacrifice it anyway.
Yep. All right, untap. One card I know about.
Yep.
Okay. Buy Luris.
Yep.
Cast Luris.
I will respond by drawing a card.
Okay.
Lose 3.
Lose 3, down to 10. Oh, sorry, I should play this first. 15.
15 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Luris is fine.
I'll attack.
I'll play Soaring Thought Thief and mill you for 2.
Okay.
I'll block.
Okay. I will play Omen.
Yep.
Scry. Do I want any of these magical cards? Not really. Bottom those, draw, pass to you.
Merfolk Windrobber, mill you for 2.
Okay.
That puts you at 5.
Yeah. Don't like that question.
I'll draw a card, lose 2.
Okay.
Go to 8.
At least you don't have End of the Story, I guess.
That was the best possible. I'll play Soul Guide Lantern and hit your Cling.
Ooh, you've done it. Okay. Tilt.
Now let's draw a card.
Okay. Tilt. And you're at 8, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's get a swamp and buy this Luris.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
Untap. Oh, draw.
I think I might deck myself this game.
I like that.
Yeah, both main deck packs are gone, so you've got, and the acquisition is gone. So literally the only way you can win the game is by attacking me for lethal, which seems difficult, or granting for the other pact.
No, I'm sure there's someone of we're both forgetting.
There always is.
So I'm debating if I just want to like sack Omen here, scry, or just like play Fae. I think I'm cool starting with sacking Omen, scrying 2.
Yep.
I don't think I like those enough. I'll play Omen.
Yep.
Definitely don't like those two enough. I'll play Fae. And it's a question if I want to attack with Luris or anything. Seems pretty bad since you can just bring it back. So I will pass to you.
Okay. I will Inquisition you.
I'll expansion it.
Wow.
I'll take Luris. Oh, yeah.
Here I am excited that this gets you to 8 cards in the graveyard, right?
Yeah,
because the Wind Robber's worth 3, and I can leave back both blockers, and I'm all set.
Still true.
Inquisition. So now, do I want to lose 4 life to try to hit a counter spell? Honestly,
probably.
I think it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go to 4.
Okay.
I could also hit a Brainstorm and protect my Luris that way.
That's true.
Or a Swamp.
I like Swamp. Okay. You get to see mine still.
Yeah. I will take the fast. No, because you have Luris still. 4, 5. Yeah, I think I just take the Censor. Well, hold on. So you draw a card, you return, you granted, and then you still only have 3 mana. So you can't kill me next turn because you can't both play a land and activate Fey of Wishes while retaining the Oracle in your hand. But that is something to worry about. So yeah, I should probably just take the Oracle and give you the card.
Okay.
No, because then you just play from your graveyard again. What am I thinking? Yeah. So take the Censor. Yeah, it's actually better to leave the Oracle in your hand because it makes it harder with Fey.
Yep.
Though I do actually no, I have the Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. Jesus Christ. There we go. Yeah, let's take the Oracle.
Good call. I was waiting for it.
Attack, mill you for 2 with the Thought Thief.
I'll block.
And then I'll sack to draw a card.
Yep.
That's still fine. And now all of my things are big. Play a land, play the Soul Guide Lantern, hit the Oracle.
Okay.
Might want to leave that on the battlefield to tag this Omen. Give me at 4, and I'm at 15.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, I only have 2 drowns left in my deck for this Luris.
Okay.
There's actually no way I can ever tag the Omen with the Soul Guide Lantern since it has Flash, right? Like you sack it, I can make you commit the mana on your turn.
Yep.
So I think I'd rather just have the card.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
Okay. All right. Untap, draw. I'll attack.
Don't want to put the Oracle in the graveyard.
All right, good block.
Block with Thought Thief.
Okay, I will start with a sacking of this to scry.
Yep.
Keep this on top. Probably should have did this first. Play Omen.
I'll respond with the Scope Enforcer.
Response all cycle?
Yep.
Is this resolve?
Yep.
Wait.
Sorry, then you mill 4.
Mill 4, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's the order we're going in.
3, 4. Now this resolves?
Yep.
If I want that, I probably don't need it. Bottom, and draw. Now I will play this and go for a Legion's End. All right. Should have did that before, I suppose, but then I will pass to you.
Every card off the top of my deck is the perfect one for whatever Corey's holding. Like, I drew the Inquisition the turn I played it. I just drew the second Thieves Gilded Forester.
Hey, if you didn't play the other one, I was going to hit that, so...
You can go.
All right. On top. I'm gonna play Tormod's Crypt.
Sure.
And declare tax.
Walk Luris.
Pass priority.
Pass back.
All right, take 2.
I am at 2.
I go to 18.
You do go to 18.
Oh, wait, sorry, I have to sack this, don't I? Yeah, my bad. I was like, yeah, this is a 2. No, I definitely sack this before damage. That's just silly. Sorry, I was completely brain farting there.
Yeah.
And pass to you. Well, yeah, okay.
Your 15 lands again.
Yep. I was like, why are you saying it like that? I was like, oh yeah, I'm being stupid here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, and it was like, you didn't see the expansion explosion or anything, but it was that Inquisition turn that it was just like, if you just play Luris first, I'm dead. I'm so dead. You just play Luris first, and then I can't take it. You
just didn't have a single removal spell?
No. God, no. God, no. Everything you saw plus this,
So I drew the Inquisition, was like, great, now I can play Luris through a removal spell, but you had 0 removal and the 1 expansion explosion?
Exactly, yeah. And that's the thing about playing against this deck. It's like, none of these are blatantly obvious mistakes. It's just situations where, oh yeah, I forgot of that one of. Even in an open decklist tournaments, it's just like, okay, it's hard to even look at it on Melee. It's like, yeah, they got cards I've seen, but yeah. Anyways,
I honestly, I would assume that it's correct for me to Inquisition first.
I mean, playing around, it's literally playing around the 1 card. Yeah. But if I have Eliminate, then I just get your card for free. So, yeah, it seems more correct.
Or if you just have like a counter spell of some kind, like, these decks are so varied in what they can bring to the table.
Okay. Well, anyways, we're a little bit behind schedule, I should say. So we're going to get to this 3rd match up against Jeskai Control. But so far, Tainted Pact doing some things.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Versus Live.
Hello and welcome back to Versus Live. I'm Ross Marriott.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth say, that's a nice haircut, Rob.
That's a nice haircut, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. How nice of you.
Nobody ever cares about Corey.
That's true.
Everyone just says, that's Corey. No one says, how's Corey?
That's because we don't care.
All right, perfect.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns, like I just gave you an example of, in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are running the Dimir Pact deck through a Historic Gauntlet today, and so far emerging unscathed 2-0 through matchups against Gruul Aggro and Dimir Rogues. But this final test is going to be the greatest of the day. This is Jeskai Control, specifically the list of Jeskai Control that Luis Scott Vargas went 6-0 with last weekend in the Rivals League, Strixhaven League weekend, defeating 5 Pact decks in those 6 rounds.
Okay. So, yeah, and I remember looking at the stats. MTG data, compiles over a weekend, over certain events, stuff like that. And I remember looking and the Jeskai stats overall were not good. So I wonder if it was just Luis dominated, or just Jeskai lost to everything that wasn't packed, and it was just there to metagame against one deck. And something like that makes me think that Jeskai moving into the real world could be bad. You know, could be bad on the ladder when you're playing against a bunch of random stuff, but for a focused tournament, it's good if you just expect 50 to 60% packed. Who knows? Or he's just LSV and he just won because he's busted.
Yeah. Small sample sizes, it's hard to make definitive conclusions.
For sure.
We do have some strong evidence that the deck is strong against Pact, and I suspect that this match is going to take a while, much like the previous one. So why don't we just get?
Let's just get to it, huh? All right.
And we'll be on the play.
Yeah, this deck is hard. This deck hurts my head. Holy crap.
You have a lot of options when all your cards are different.
So many options. I have a good spread of everything all the time. Okay. How's your hand?
I'm going to keep and see how it goes. It's not good. Start on Glacial Fortress.
Okay. I'm going to start with a Duress. Oh, were you trying to brainstorm your way out of this problem? All right. Yeah, I suppose the thing is I don't have a hand that like super goes long, so it's not an auto brainstorm here to me, because I still need to hit your spells that are meaningful, but I will take brainstorm. What'd you get?
You're a good one.
Okay. Lucky.
I'll just take the 2. I don't think my life total matters.
Okay.
I don't have Castle in this deck to deal myself 12 damage.
Okay.
Pass a turn, just in case I need to lap something.
Okay.
Even like any sort of 1 power creature could be awkward against the Narset next turn. So I go for that, which I think I will.
I will Thoughtseize you.
I will memory lapse that.
Go.
And I'll run this Narset into your dispute.
I only have 1, though.
Every single 1-mana disruption spell in the deck.
Are we just having fun?
That's what at least one of you could call it.
That's true. All right, I'll brainstorm. Ooh, that was kind of spicy. So I'm going to put this bad card on top, and then I'm going to put this decent card on top, and then I'm going to Augur, guarantee a hit of something good, or... Yeah, I still think I just want Thoughtseize. Past you.
I'll play Expressive Iteration.
Okay. Yeah, like that was a good start of the game for me, but this is a game where you have a lot of haymakers. That it was a good start, but it's definitely not, GG or something. Hopefully 3 non-lands for you.
Yep.
This day has been great. It's been a great day.
So which one of these do I want? I've just cast an Anticipate.
Hey, I play that. Except yours is sorcery speed. That's pretty bad.
I guess this one. And I'll put the Prismari command in exile.
Okay.
I will now cast a Brainstorm, trying to make a land drop.
Okay.
Okay, play Sulphur Falls and pass the turn.
All right. Three cards, 2 cards on top. You're going to draw one of them no matter what. I know you had to fairy, so it's still in the mix. I'll attack.
17.
Now, if I get you with chip shot damage, if I get you with my army of 1/3s this game, then we have an achievement unlocked. I'm just going to play this and pass to you.
Draw and pass.
Interesting. Maybe that was wrong then. Okay. I'll attack.
16.
All by Luris. Pass to you.
Pass the turn.
Brainstorm locked is what you would say?
Not anymore.
Now you're on. Okay, I'll attack.
15.
Now I will fire out that Thoughtseize. Now it's all the information.
I will memory lapse your Thoughtseize.
Don't want that to happen. I will expansion memory lapse.
I will memory lapse your expansion.
I'll correct this. I'll censor your memory lapse. Oh, backs it in! The early scoop! Yes.
The no good, very bad day for Ross.
Yes. You just wanted to simulate the real arena experience,
The
right?
other games are going to take forever. I can't possibly win that game.
All right, everyone, that's going to do it for game one. We're going to head to the sideboard. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with round number 2 here on Versus Live.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Jeskai Control and Dimir Pact. On my side, we got some good anti-control cards with, another dispute. Gideon is a really big coup in this matchup, given that, Corey doesn't have a lot of ways to pressure it or win through the emblem. Another Dovin's Veto, another Narset. Another Shark Typhoon just to put in a little bit more pressure. But now that I'm seeing this folio of fancies, like I have a commit. I don't really want to leave in Prismari Command because it's so bad.
Yeah. I just try to mill you, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I have Gideon too, so like Folio sometimes can't even mill me. So I'm going to still leave the commands out.
That makes sense.
I am leaving in a couple Wraths, whereas normally I would leave in all the Helixes instead, just because of this stupid Pack Rat.
Patrick Ratterson?
Because Pack Rat actually does answer Gideon, so we'll leave in a couple answers to the stupid Pack Rat. And Rest in Peace is pretty bad. It can stop Luris from doing things, but not worth a card.
Yeah, I mean, you can stop the Rat once, but with Luris, the Rats never stop. Patrick's always coming to play. All right, so for my end, taking out 6 creature removal spells. You don't have creatures except sharks, so get those out of there. Bring in counter spells, anti-Teferi. Pack Rat is great against control. Thought Distortion is as well. And Folio, I'll just try to mill you. I guess that's the plan. It's got to be what it's in there for, so we're going to try it. Oh, man. Yeah, I saw Pack Rats doing some nasty things on League Weekend. Just a one-of, so you're like, they can't draw it. But I think Seth went turn 2 on the play, Pack Rat, and it's just like, come on,
the aggressive Pack Rat.
That's just not even right. And whenever he had a choice between, should I rat or do anything? He's like, think, rat. Just every time, and it won him every match I saw it. It was pretty impressive. All right, you got any questions there, Rob?
Yeah, so Ross, what's more annoying, this or the fact that we keep replaying the Patrick Sullivan match?
This by a lot.
I think, who would you rather lose to, me or Patrick?
Yeah, Patrick.
Oh, come on, buddy. Is it just because we play so often that it's a tilt factory?
Just losing to the all of one-ofs deck is just so tilting.
It is pretty tilting. I will have to agree with you. All right, how's your hand?
It's fine.
Okay, I keep.
Lead on a Hallowed Fountain.
Okay. I will bog you. Go.
Good choice.
Thanks.
Sulfur Falls, you're up.
I have a Pathway in Europe.
Island, you're up.
Did you need that land? End step omen.
Sure.
Scry. Not the best other card here, but I think since I have enough lands, I'm okay with that kind of effect. Not really. It seems bad.
Bottom both then?
Yep. All right. I will take 2 damage points.
You're at 18.
And I will pass to you.
And step all baby shark.
Baby shark, do. Okay.
Draw off a cycle.
You might want to draw off that card, yeah.
Yeah. Draw off a turn.
Okay.
Attack for 1.
Okay. 17.
I'll play a tap Talus Mountain.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
End step, anticipate.
Yep.
The all-powerful. Take this card. Also in my
If you keep saying eventually it'll be true.
Yeah, someday. End step, cling your shark. Und I'll play land and pass to you.
Attack for 1.
I'll take it. 16.
Play tap Sacred Foundry. Pass the turn.
Okay. End step, I will cast Selene Vision.
Sure.
All right. Top 6. I probably just want this. All right. Arvila Brainstorm. May on top.
Yep. Just figured out how I'm going to lose this game.
How?
I'll let you know.
Boredom or?
No, I know exactly how I'm losing this game.
Cool. Enlighten me so I can make it happen faster.
Oh, it's already happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's currently in the process, huh? All right. I will cast Brainstorm.
Casting it main phase.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Draw 3. Yeah, I think I will just put back these 2, play a Fabled Passage, and I'll pass.
Attack for 1.
15. I know I'm going to die, and I'm staring at it right now. That shark.
I will play Expressive Iteration.
Expressive Iteration. Okay. I'm going to crack this while you do your thing.
I'll exile a Glacial Fortress.
Play it. Okay.
And then I will pass the turn.
All right. End step. I will cycle the Loneliest of Sandbars. Cycle Triumph.
Yep.
Play Jwari Ruins. And play a... You have 1 million cards, right?
7.
I will play a Wishclaw Talisman.
I will Dovin's Veto that.
Okay.
Can't let that one resolve. It gets Thought Distortion.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Attack for 1.
I'll take it. 14.
14. I'll play Teferi.
I will dispute it.
How's the one dispute again? Dispute your dispute. Probably doesn't have Censor this time as the 2-mana counterspell.
I will Narset's Reversal Dispute.
That's pretty gross.
Target that.
Yeah. Best possible combination.
That was gas.
Like, what am I? You needed Dispute and a 2-mana counter spell that wasn't Censor.
Oh, yes. I love it. All the salt. Okay. I got a Thoughtseize.
I have a Brainstorm.
I do have said Dispute, which I probably want to hit. Yeah, I'll dispute it.
Yeah. I've drawn both rounds, of course.
Oh, that's what you were talking about, huh?
No, I thought I was just going to get Thought Distortion on.
Okay. So I got a 12. You can have your Wrath of Gods. And then I'll pass to you.
Attack for 1.
Okay, 11.
It's an oddly good draw.
Yeah.
I will buy Kahira and pass the turn.
Okay, end step, I'll cling. Your Teferi, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah. I'm actually going to, like, if these were Helixes, I might have a shot, but you're probably just comboing me.
Maybe.
I would have a path.
Maybe. My hand's still not great.
Well, once again, you've played all of your good cards, so that would make sense.
You could be dead right now, so let's not get too crazy. Augur?
Sure. What's the best possible against Castle Ardenville?
Probably Tainted Pact.
Am I dead?
No. But I will Grim Tutor.
So I'm dead next turn.
So you're dead next turn, yep.
And you're 8.
Yep. I'll go to 8, and then I'll pass to you.
And step, I'll make a 1/1.
Okay.
Cycle Rogren Triumph.
Okay. You got it.
Attack for 1.
I'll take it.
Go to 7.
Yep.
I will play Kahira.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
End step, I will... Oh, actually, okay. End step, I will Noxious Grasp Kahira. Go to 8.
Yep.
Untap.
5 in hand?
Yep.
I know one of them is Pact. I suspect another one of them is Oracle because of the Grim Tutor.
Tainted Pact.
So, is there any way that this could possibly be bait? I don't think so, right? You would just get the... maybe you got Pact of Negation just to force this through, but then you would need something else.
It's the opposite of whatever you think it is. You know that, right?
Memory lapse.
I have a Censor. Then I have Oracle.
Sure.
Yeah. I was like, unless you have Dovin's Veto, the Censor is actually going to be a piece of disruption that I need.
I got punished for casting the Kahira.
Yeah. You sure did. But, I mean, to be fair, no, you didn't. Because if you memory lapse, I just say okay, and I cycle
the Censor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it didn't matter. But
I mean, I don't know what I was supposed to do in either of those games.
Yeah. No, you just got super punished by leaving in Ras to deal with Patrick Ratterson.
I mean, even you were at 8. Like, even if those were Helixes, I can't kill you in time.
Oh yeah, you have to leave in Helix. You can't leave in anything else.
Look at my Prismatic Command.
I think this is still better, right? Because you can also hit Rat.
Can I?
Yeah. 2 damage to any target.
Have you read Pack? Have you played with Pack Rat before?
if I play Pack Rat and then you deal 2 damage to it, it dies.
But you just never Pack Rat on turn 2.
Oh, I'd Pack Rat on turn 2. If you only have 2 Prismari commands, I'm Pack Ratting on 2. For sure. I'm going for it.
then I have to be on the play.
Yeah.
So I'll get, I could have Baffling Interlock. Like I could have any of that spot removal in, but there's nothing that really helps me win how those games played out.
Yeah, I don't know what's correct or how LSV sideboarded. I personally would have Prismari command in over Wrath, but I don't know if it's right. It's only good because you get to discard and make a treasure that's sometimes valuable and, thin out some of your bad cards.
To me, when you have the counter spells and especially the Gideons, the Pack Rat becomes the most threatening card. So that's what motivated that decision. Where Pack Rat is one of the few clean ways you have to answer Gideon. It's that and the one Noxious Grasp that I haven't really.
We don't have time to do another
counter spells for. Yeah, probably not at this point.
No.
So there's some value in just making sure I have a reasonable answer to like a late game Pack Rat where you just have 5 mana and an extra card in your hand.
Yeah.
The Day of Judgment can also take out Luris plus a Thassa's Oracle or something like that.
So Chad is also mentioning that LSV is one this way, but also another thing you do with Prismari command is with the Oracle trigger on the stack, you make your opponent draw 2 cards and they lose the game.
Oh, it's target. Yeah,
that's a gasser.
Didn't realize that was a target.
Ooh.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Wouldn't have come close to winning either of those games still, but that's a function.
Well, sure, but that's just another thing for the card.
Yeah.
In both these matches against, Rogues is a little bit different where I just flooded in games where I thought I was reasonably ahead.
Yeah.
In this game, like you just had cheap interaction. I tried to cast my spells. Like I had the Dispute in hand. I had no other counters. I had drawn 2 crappy removal spells.
Yeah.
So I play my Teferi. When you're on 3 mana, I have a counter backup. You had 2 counter spells.
Yeah.
You need
like the best combination. The Narset's reversal to get my Dispute back was disgusting.
You literally need your 1 Dispute, which you had at opportune times in both games.
Yep.
For the Narset as well.
Yeah, my opener game 1, which game 1, I have 6 dead cards in. And like my opener game 1 against Gruul was like 3 land, Fatal Push, Eliminate. And now against the control deck, it was 3 land, Duress, Thoughtseiz's Dispute. I was just like, oh yeah. Sign me up. Okay, maybe this deck is just absolutely busted and you should be playing it and only it. And honestly, the vibe that I get, you had awkward draws in plenty of situations, but the one vibe I did get is it feels like you can still be this combo control deck that can still get around counter spells. I only have 2 hand disruption spells. I got 1 Haymaker of Thought Distortion that I can set up, aka you have to counter every single wish, every tutor, and that's bad most of the time. You normally want to counter what I tutor for, right? Like that's just good Magic philosophy, because then I waste 2 spells worth of stuff to get 1 thing. But when I have Thought Distortion, you just can't do that.
Yeah. Even the like Salundi Vision is kind of threatening, where you're just digging 6 cards towards the Thought Distortion.
If it's in my main.
Yeah.
But you don't know.
Board,
You don't know. You don't know if it's in my main or not when we're playing on the ladder.
The vibe that I get is, we know about the power of combo control decks, right? They tend to just be the best of both worlds, and they're so difficult to play against. We saw it back in the day with Twin. We've seen it a few times since
recently with Felidar Guardian. I won my only GP with. It was a control deck by the end of it. It was a proactive control deck, but you sided into a control deck.
Even like the Ironworks deck could play a sort of control game plan where you were grinding, with Psy and engineered explosives and card advantage in that sense.
Team of Reclamation with sharks and counter spells, post-board. These decks have been insane.
So this deck, becomes a really efficient version of that combo control archetype that we know the power of, but it does so at the sacrifice of consistency. So what you see is this deck has the packed decks have the best high-end draws of any deck in the format.
Yes.
If they draw well, you basically can't beat them.
Yeah.
It's just impossible. Their cards are going to be, if they have the right one-ofs, their cards are going to be too efficient, and they have this incredible win condition that you have to always play around, and they can generate, out card advantage you and win that way too.
Yeah.
And it's just too much. So to me, there's just a level of, of power that this deck reaches that no other deck in Historic could possibly match.
I agree.
And we basically saw that today.
We did. And honestly, we look at the one-ofs aspect being a detriment, but when Magic cards are so good as they are in the historic pool, there's a lot of redundancy. There's a lot of cards that say, 1 or 2 black mana kill something. There's a lot of things that say 1 or blue mana counter something. So if we were piling this out and building this deck, let's say testing for an open or whatever, we'd be like, okay, we need another removal spell. We only have 7. Whatever, we'll check gather, we'll find something that's close. Yeah. There's sometimes that these removal spells don't line up perfectly. Like I'd eliminate Tier Questing Beast sometimes. But for the most part, they all kind of do the same thing. And we're like, okay, we want 5 draw spells in this deck. We got Brainstorm, we got Solemnity Vision as a
and that allows you to mitigate even some of the variance in your removal package and your answer package by just saying, okay, I'm casting Solemnity Vision. Which of these 2 removal spells answers the threat that's on the battlefield? Yeah. And you just pick the right one. I think the big sacrifice, you can find all that redundancy in the 2 and 3 mana spots on the curve, but you can't find it at the 1 mana spot. And that's where you sacrifice. That's true. You only have the 3 discard spells, right? Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Duress. You only have the 1 Mystical Dispute. It's those 4 cards that, and then 1 Fatal Push and 1 Bloodchief's Thirst.
Yep.
So those 6 cards are, I think, really important. And a lot of your variance is just going to be, how often did I draw these 6 cards?
Yes, pretty much. And honestly, I think this is the biggest factor for me, having to play these cards. I think these cards are bad, but you want to have access to 4 combo pieces, right? So now you are 4 or 5. You have 2 Tainted Pacts, 2 Oracles, and then these make 5 combo pieces each, essentially. And these are the cards that are just not good. These are not good cards on normal rate. Like, you do not want to be... Historic's power level technically is much better than on turn 3. Find another card, put it into your hand. But when on turn 4, if you found one of the other pieces, turn 4 winning the game, it's good enough. So I think this is the biggest detriment to me, and it's still good in this deck. So that just shows that this deck is probably just insane.
I would have to see it over a larger sample size to see exactly where the variance lies, right?
It has like a 61% win rate at League, and that's not even insane. It was the best. But,
we could have played 3 matches here today where you look at your opening hand in game 1 against Gruul and you see a bunch of counter spells and die, and look at your opening hands in the control matchup and see a bunch of removal spells and die. Yeah. And the deck could have looked really bad. And the question is just, how often do you see the high end? How often do you see the low end? Yeah. And you need a huge sample to really suss that out. Yeah. But it's very clear to me that the high end of this deck is above anything else, and pretty considerably. Because, it's just combo control to me is a strategically dominant, or sort of almost game theoretic dominant strategy. Once you find one that is powerful enough to contend in a format, I just don't see the point in playing other decks.
Yeah. If you can build a deck that just says, I have enough spells where I can deal with creatures and I can deal with planeswalkers and counter spells, if you just build a deck like that and then you're like, okay, a small sacrifice, I can add a combo that's just an I win button. Yeah. That's all you need. And that's why Sultai Ultimatum's good in Standard. It's a 1-card I win button. Yeah. This is about as close as it gets.
And the one criteria is that combo needs to be able to race aggro decks. Yeah. So if your opponent tries to say, okay, I'm just going to come at you and try to end the game quickly, you have to be able to win the race playing the non-interactive game, but also be able to play the interactive game well. Yeah. So if you have a good interactive, good control game plan, and a combo that races aggro decks and other combo decks even, you're in great shape and your deck is awesome.
And Inverter was similar to that, but that deck was killing on turn 5, right? Yeah. Like at fastest against aggro. That was fast enough in Pioneer because there was nothing too insanely fast, and you had 4 removal spells. They just happened to all be push. Yeah. Now you got the same, but it looks a little different, and you think it's really high variance because of the look of the deck, but truly that you have 4 pushes as well.
Yeah. This deck can technically win on turn 3 with the Phyrexian Tower. Yeah. You cast the people at home. You cast the Thassa's Oracle with Phyrexian Tower up as your 3rd land. Put the Thassa's Oracle trigger on the stack, sacrifice it, and cast Tainted Pact. And if you have the you just have it.
Yeah, or for the more boring, you can Mind Stone on 2, but that's way less cool.
So you have two different ways to enable the turn 3 kill, but turn 4 is not at all out of the question. Yeah. That's just having both combo pieces.
So basically, to sum up this show, go play this deck if you want to. Well, you still can, but it's probably getting banned, so I guess you just get a refund of your wild cards. Honestly, this is at the power level where I would expect a ban, and I'm not usually a ban talk person. In fact, I usually hate it. Yeah. But this deck seems like, with the iterations and how flexible it is and stuff, it's probably going to get banned. It's not like Anthology is going to do a lot to this or anything, you know?
Yeah,
they're stifled, but
the fact that the deck is so flexible, I think, is going to be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
You get to react to, I would expect getting of the trials to be on people's minds for playing Pact this week on the ladder and next week into tournaments. And you can play a second answer that hits Gideon, right? I guess you already have two. You have Eliminate and Noxious Grasp out of the sideboard.
Yep. And then you have 3 tutors, so you play 4 answers.
Maybe you don't even need that many. Maybe you just want another aggressive threat in those matchups to force control decks to leave in more removal against you.
Yeah.
And because of all the tutors and all the card selection, one card in your sideboard makes such a huge difference.
Hell, maybe you bring out Orzhov Death Shadow. Like when you played that against me, that was our first experience with Tainted Pact. And it was somewhat close, but you kind of destroyed me.
Yeah,
you kind of destroyed me.
Kind of rough you up.
And I mean, I think that's the more recipe for success. I think Rogues is really good against it right now. Orzhov Death Shadow just isn't in the metagame because it probably has plenty of problems against other decks. But I bet if we played a 10-match set against this, you would probably go about 70% at worst. Would be my guess, but maybe not. But
I'll say the deck should definitely be on the ban radar, but I would want to give it, another week or two of tournaments to see exactly what people do when the deck has such a big target on its head at this point.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Strixhaven Championships coming up soon. I think that's historic as well, so they have to make a choice soon because people will test for it. So
yeah, that's a tough choice.
That's a tricky one. All right, everyone. This was a fun show, but wow, I honestly did think I was going to get destroyed today, but it was quite the opposite.
You doing the destroying.
I was doing some destroying. It was because you lost your hair. You lost your power.
Yeah, apparently. We talked about this. I said I might be Samson. Apparently, I might.
Yeah.
Is this what it's going to be like for months now?
I think so.
God, we got to get taught that quick.
You better get that hair growing immediately. All right, everyone. We are going to thank some subs. We're going to thank some sponsors. We'll talk about the next couple of shows, and then we're going to head out.
All right, we had one sub today, G4 Loppin, for 3 months. Thank you to them and to the rest of our subs.
Yes, thank you for that support. And if you'd like to support Star City Games in another way, you can join SCG Premium. $7.99 a month will get you access to exclusive content from our fantastic staff of content creators, as well as some other perks, which are 5% off of sealed product, 10% off of singles, and 15% off of supplies. So head on over to starcitygames.com/join-premium and sign up today.
Absolutely. And if you want to sit in one of these comfy gaming chairs that we sit in every single Tuesday and Thursday, you can by going to carnox.com/SCG. Use that affiliate link to get yourself 10% off one of these awesome gaming chairs.
And our other sponsor is the lovely folks at Coalesce Apparel. If you like the shirts that we wear, I especially like the Praetorian Man.
Hey, me too.
Corey and I are
we copied today.
You can find their entire collection of shirts, hoodies, and stickers at coalesceapparel.shop, and be sure to use the gift code SCG when checking out to get 10% off of your purchase there as well.
Absolutely, and it's preview season again. It's, anytime 2 weeks passes, it's got to be preview season. So Modern Horizon 2 is on the horizon coming up, and let me tell you, it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be shaking up Modern. We're just starting to get back to where we can play Modern in person again. So it seems like a nice time to pre-order that set. So if you want to do that, you can go to starcitygames.com/previews. Pre-order the stuff. We haven't really seen any cards, but I will say I got my preview card, and it's spicy. This set, if it's based on my card, it's going to be a spicy one.
And if you're looking to pick up a little extra cash heading into Modern Horizons 2 preview season, keep in mind that SCG is always buying cards, and the process has never been easier because there are so many ways to do it. You can use the buy list feature on the website. You can mail your cards into SCG, let them do the work for you. You can make an appointment to come into the store if you'd like to do it that way. And if your collection is big enough, you can make an appointment and have SCG come to you. And always keep in mind that you do get a 30% store credit bonus when trading in your cards.
Bonus bucks. All right, gotta love it. And we also got the SCG sale going on right now. We got one every single week. Always a good time to take advantage of these sales. This week it is 20% off basic lands. So if you want to upgrade these sweet basics, now's the time to do it. You can go to starcitygames.com/sale to check out this week's weekly sale. Sale will end Monday at 10:59 a.m. Eastern time. So go ahead and pick it up over the weekend and check that out. So, looking forward to Thursday's show and even Tuesday's show. we're playing some Modern. We're getting ready for Modern Horizons, so we're going to be playing a kind of a more serious show on Thursday and a bit of a wacky show next Tuesday. We got some really fun deck lists planned out, and I honestly can't wait for both of them. We got some good ones.
Yeah, should be really good. We're gonna get a nice view of the format, and then Modern Horizons will come in and completely obliterate it all.
Yeah, we're gonna really see what all of you should buy for these decks to play over the weekend, and then it's gone. Then it's out of there. We're got a whole new format ahead of us. So, realistically, these cards are going to still be good. Yeah. Modern Horizons affecting this format is going to be big if it's anything compared to Modern Horizon 1, but more than likely, after the bannings, it'll settle back down.
I doubt there's anything at Hogak level.
You doubt it?
I would be surprised if they printed anything that broke the format as badly as Hogak did.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's not going to be any bans.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're going to see, do we main deck 3 hate cards or 4 hate cards?
All right, somebody clip this. So in 3 months.
Yeah. And then 2 months later, and it's just like turn 2. It's just somebody's just comboing off with some wacky, and it's just Ra's head in hand on the other side. Yeah, please, I actually hope that
3 of my 4 hate cards.
Yeah.
Wasn't good enough.
He drew Hogak 2 Electric Boogaloo, and it just destroyed me. So, all right, everyone.
Blue Eyes White Hogak was powerful.
He assembled Exodiac Hogak.
Yeah, it's just it's just Hogak with a fancy mustache.
Hello, fellow Magic cards. All right, everyone, that does it for our silliness. We are going to be back Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you there. Goodbye.